Time for another Red Tiger dash cam install. So we got the whole front and rear camera set up on this Infiniti, and we always got the 128 gigabyte class 10 or higher SD card. So I'm gonna figure out what would be the best plan of attack to get it up there. So give me a couple minutes and I will figure that part out. Ooh, I'm a little confused. All right, this one says 4K. The one I'm usually dealing with is usually 2K in the front, 1080 in the rear. So now I'm really excited to see what this one looks like, because I just went and hit reorder like I do every single time I order one. But setup's still the same. Here's a cigarette lighter, which we're not going to do because we're going to hardwire it. And here is the back camera. So if you are wanting to hard wire this thing, you got to order a separate kit, which my last one, actually the first one I ordered came with it. So I've ordered so many I actually don't remember, because again, these are not the cameras that I have. So they kind of upgraded them and ditched that. So order the hardwire kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just run this back camera. So far I'm just disassembling the back end of this, which these are just simple, those little plastic. So I'm going to pop this off with two hands. Okay, so you don't have to take this off. You just need it lowered. See how those plastic, focus. There you go, all these little plastic push pins. Now, like any other SUV, this doesn't cool down. This pulls, or you can pull it that way. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just pulling it that way and down, and I'm going to keep following. There we go, perfect. Okay. So really that's as far as I'm going to need to go, because this is the wiring that I need. So this enters it from, so here, so I got to pull off this rubber, and I'm going to run the camera. Okay, that's perfect. And these are easy, you just pull them out like that. So I want it right smack dab in the center. So I'm going to go through this hole right here, kind of just pushed it over until I fed it through right there. Great. All right, cool. So now I'm gonna feed it down through this hole here. The hardest part is always getting it through this rubber grommet. So you pretty much gotta just pinch these as close as you can get it, and then start start pushing this through. And you may have to, or may not have to, use like a long flathead and duct tape it, or electrical tape it, whatever your way is to get it through. But that's gonna be your hardest part. Okay, so I tucked it up in here, and I'm just following it around here. I know I can't really show you guys, and this is just the rough draft. So I mean, I'll take a plastic tool and push it down in there more. But I just want to get it ran where it goes up front. I know it doesn't show you it live because I need two hands. And best thing to usually do is remove these rubber up here. That way you can tuck it up, and we're going to go up and over that fender line, or this lining up here. And we're going to do the same for that front door too. So when I get up there, I'll come back to you. Whenever you get the wire where you want it tucked up, just apply this back, and it locks this rubber and this inner lining together, and there you go, it's hidden. Now once you get up here, this is just one metal tab, and I'm just pull that out just a tiny bit, so that we can loop this up and around here, and we can get it up here. I'll have to just look and see. Hopefully we can just feed it up through here, but if not, we're gonna have to remove all this. There's usually bolts or something back here. That way we can get it so that the camera be right behind this mirror, so they can't see it when they're driving. Okay. Now to see what it looks like, because I'm gonna have to hide some of that wire up there. So the camera's gonna go. I'm gonna try to get it right there. So with it not being hardwired, the only way to power it up is through the cigarette lighter, which the key has to be on, like so. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and plug in the back camera. Let me see. So English, yes. Alright, so I had to call them, figure out where they wanted it. They wanted it right there. Here, I can actually show you. Give it a little bit of power. And that's essentially what it looks like. I know the back camera's hanging, but we'll adjust this. So we'll get that done in a second. Now you take, there's nice little wire guides that get you. And then the box comes with this handy dandy plastic tool. And what I was doing was just pushing it in. And now that that's in there nice and tight. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna feed all the slack and put it up in here, hide it when I put up that rubber seal. And up front, here's what it looks like when that's just pushed back in. Like I said, it's just one metal tab. You just only gotta pull out this top part, so be gentle. Pull that out, and there you go, look at that, perfect. Now I'm gonna do the same for the back seat. All right, so now I'm back because I wanna clean up all of this. So what I did was, I pulled off this rubber grommet like we did before, and these are just held on by, again, these plastic tabs. You don't need it down too far, because we just need to make it through. You can't see it from up there, but if you come inside here, we just need to make it through that hole right there, and I'm gonna reverse it so I can, because that 90-degree elbow that connects inside the camera was not working. So if you just take this piece off that connects to this camera, we'll just work on this back end back here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fish it up through the back, through that hole, up through here, and then I'm gonna put it up back through here, through this hole, back to right here, and I'm gonna smack the camera right here in the center. Okay, that was not fun, but I got it. I got it up and through that cavity and through there. Yeah, so wear some thick gloves maybe, I don't know. So we're just gonna pop that back to where it was. Looked beautiful again. Now here's that process of feeding it through here. So it's not one of my prouder moments, but so I figured out this tube is actually too thin to add another wire. Like, as I squeeze this, there's no play whatsoever. I thought about possibly cutting this open, and then I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fasten this to here to give it enough play. I don't know. I'll make it look good. And keep it safe too, because we don't want, again, we don't want anything to tangle or anything in there. Just look to see where those tabs line up at, which is right there. Okay, I don't want that to stay, because I want to add this one too. It's gonna be another one of those where I need two hands. Okay, that went in there very nice. Now, just push up. And the same right here. Right there if you want to change your lights. Right there they are. But yeah, just keep going around. Make sure everything's good. Look at that. Everything on this thing says Nissan. It's hilarious. I know it's made by Nissan, but still, pay all this money for these things and it's 100% Nissan. All right. Okay, so I don't know where oh, here it is. Let's shut that. Okay, because I'm gonna come inside and readjust this camera. I just temporarily stuck it. There, now it's perfectly straight. You kind of want to use this as your center line, obviously. You don't want to put the sticky tab right there, but this going right there. And then once we go up front, we can look, but just got a couple finishing touches on the interior, like poking this down through here. And I already got that pulled back together. Just this was unnecessary. You do not have to take this out. did it just to see if I could bring this panel down, but I really didn't even need to, because that plastic tool that they provided, I was able just to feed it through there and just poke it through. Look at that, there we go. So now when that comes back tomorrow, we will do the hard wiring. So Amazon got me the hardwire kit. Comes with everything you need. Those little power box here converts it. So essentially I'm down here in the kick panel and I removed this, and now we got a test light and a multimeter if we need it. Let's see, a good ground. Oh, there's nothing to really grab onto there, so we'll try. We'll see if we got a good ground here. Here we go. All right, so now here's what you need. You need a ground, which we'll find a ground. You need a constant, which is right there. That's the B+. And then we need a accessory only, which is the red one. And I already know for a fact, because this is a Nissan, and all the Nissans, if we go to, let me see, 20 amp. Okay, just looking up here. Okay, so we're at the top. You have to set upside. Okay, that top left one's supposed to be it's a 15, but it's a 20. No clue why. It's supposed to be, you see, 20, 20, 20, 10. 20, 20, 20, 10. Okay, so we're looking at the right thing. So, that 20 amp right there, right here, should be dead, which it is. Now, let's turn the accessory on, and now it should be live. It's live. Okay, now we just found the accessory. So that's what I'm gonna tap into. Okay, let's get rid of this bottom piece. Let's get back rid of the rubber again. Did it come with a trim tool? Do I have to get a new one? Nope, it's right here. Okay. Usually we come back up behind here. Yeah, most of the time these panels just pop right out, but these plastic trim tools suck. Man. There we go. Got it. Okay, set that off to the side. So now we got clear access to run some wires and stuff. Now again, I'm gonna have to do this two-handed, so I'm gonna have to put the camera down, but it comes with a bunch of different fuse tap options. There's a whole nother baggie over there too. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the accessory, which is this red wire right here. So I'm gonna take this and they just connect right there, and then you heat shrink them together. So anyways, I'm gonna add a fuse and then go from there. All right, so I pulled the 20 amp fuse. So we're gonna see which one we need, which it's gonna be this one right here. All right, so what's really nice is they already have it set up for a 15 amp. Now we're just going to install the 20 amp to power the factory. I got a video on how to use these. So really quick tutorial. The 15 amp in the front is this right here, these front two right here is gonna complete the circuit for the vehicle. This back one, whatever you put back here, is gonna power whatever you're trying to power, which is a dash cam, and they say it takes 15 amps. So now we just put that up to where it goes and run it. So with that installed, we know that one all the way up there is an accessory. Now we want to come down to where we know we can get to. So let's keep poking and prodding. With the car is off right now because we need something that is live all the time, which this guy right here is live right now. Let's find out what that powers. That powers the audio. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the car on. Here's accessory. We know it's on. We'll turn the car on. which we know that works. So there we go, we found our constant. With those two ran, let's test everything in the car to make sure it still works. So, power the car on. Turn off the air. Enter, back. Okay, I don't care if you're transmitting data right now, I don't need it. Display is off. Turn the display on. Okay, so there we go. All right, let's just hit audio, FM.
By no one's fault.
All right, cool. So there we go. Now let's do we gotta do something now. Let's unplug this. So these are all just loosely hooked up and I'm just grounding it out right now because what we want to do is we're gonna test it. So let's power it on. And look at that, we have power. Okay, so now let's shut the car, turn the car completely on. We still have power. See that? It's doing good. Hopefully you guys can see it. Shut the car off. And it shut down safely. All right, we are all hooked up properly. I did remove one Phillips head screw, and I'm just gonna keep prying down on this. I'm gonna go a different route with this because I want to hide all that stuff back here. So I'm gonna remove all of this, which is pretty easy. If you never dealt with heat shrink, this is all you got to do. Is just get it hot and it'll seal nice and tight. Check that out right there. That's a perfect ground I'm gonna tap into. Okay, let me tell you, no I'm not. So they Loctited that for some reason. All right, so what I did was I just unscrewed this, shoved this up behind a screw, down nice and tight. So there we go. Now we are fully secured. I got everything hidden behind the dash. And now it's just essentially the tedious process of making it all look pretty. So do this. And then just perfect. All right. Now we can start adding this back. Okay, it's perfect right there. Now I'm gonna tuck this down. You want it out of all this plastic clips way and stuff, so that, which would be great right there. Okay, that'll fit perfect right there. Okay, got this put back. Look at that, nice, it's ran nice right there. Now the rubber seal back out of the way. Got that done. So everything's in there nice. Yep, everything's out of the way. Perfect. Put this back in there. Okay, so we got all the trim put back. Everything looks good. And now just a couple finishing touches of just pushing this black wire in there. Like I told you guys before, the same thing. And then they do have extra wire guides, so I'm gonna use those and make them look really pretty like that. Man, all right, so there we go. That's it. Start up the vehicle. There you go. Dash cam's installed, so now you're ready. That's perfect adjustment too. So we'll tighten that down and all right, hope this video helped. You got yourself a QX60. There you go. That's how you install your own dash cam without paying them hundreds.